Lace up, here we go. The morning's calling and I'm ready for the show. Lace up, feel the ground. Every single step is my favorite sound. The door is open and the air is cool. Lace up, this is beautiful. 5:15 and the world is still. Nothing moving but my iron will. Pull the laces tight on my favorite pair, the ones that know every crack out there. The hallway's quiet and the stairs are dark, but I can feel the morning leave its mark on the edge of everything about to start. A heartbeat rising like a work of art. This is the part where most people stay in bed, but something in me says move instead. Not for anyone, not for the scale, just for the feeling that I will not fail. Lace up, here we go. The morning's calling and I'm ready for the show. Oh, lace up, feel the ground. Every single step is my favorite sound. The door is open and the air is cool. Lace up, this is beautiful. The streetlights still have that amber glow. The only sound is my breathing slow. First 10 steps are always the hardest part, like convincing my legs to match my heart. But by step 20 I remember why I do this every morning, rain or shine the sky. Because the version of me that laces up and goes is the strongest version that I know. So tie them tight and feel the click, the ritual that does the trick. From sleepy bones to moving feet, in the minutes before the world wakes up, when the city belongs to the ones who show up. No traffic, no noise, no screens, no rush, just you and the pavement in the morning hush. And every single time I almost didn't go, I remember how this feeling starts to grow. From the first lace pull to the first block done, lace up is how I greet the sun. Lace up, I'm alive. 5:15 and I'm ready to thrive. Lace up, feel the beat, my heart, my shoes, my morning street. The door is open and the dark is thin. Lace up, let the day begin. Lace up, this is mine. Every single morning, every single time. Quarter mile in and my body's complaining, but the sky is turning colors and it's not even raining. The stiffness in my knees is starting to release. Every step a little closer to that morning peace. Past the bakery that won't open for an hour. The locked up flowers shot the sun and water tower. This part of morning belongs to us, the walkers, the early risers, the sunrise stalkers. Something shifting in my muscles and my mind. The heaviness I woke up with is falling far behind. My arms are swinging and my stride is getting long. The first mile is where I start to feel strong. First mile breaking through. Oh, first mile, look at you. The body said no, but the spirit said yes. First mile, turning pain into progress. Keep it moving, keep it real, keep it true. Oh, first mile and the sky's turning blue. A jogger pass gives me that silent nod, the universal greeting of the early morning squad. We don't need words, we already understand. The first mile is the hardest, but the most grand. My playlist hits a beat that matches my pace, and suddenly I'm floating through time and space. The neighborhood seen 1,000 times before. Looks brand new when you walk in at 5:24. The first smile strips away the noise, the meetings and the emails and the corporate poise. Out here I'm not a title or a role. Out here I'm just a body and a soul. First mile, break it through. Oh, first mile, look at you. They say the first mile is a liar. It tells you to stop, it says you'll tire. It whispers go back to your warm, safe bed. But on the other side of that mile instead is the version of you that remember why you set that alarm and chose to try. The first mile is a wall you walk right through, and on the other side is a better you. Every morning, every single day, the first mile tries to stand in the way. And every morning I walk through it still, because the first mile breaks, but it never breaks my will. First mile, I broke through. First mile, the sky is blue. The body surrendered and the spirit took the lead. First mile, you gave me everything I need. Keep it moving, keep it burning, keep it bright. A first mile, you turn the dark into the light. Ooh, first mile, oh, a first mile, oh, first mile. I'm just getting started. First mile, you made me lion-hearted. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Feet heading north, but my stress heading south. Found the rhythm now, it's locked in tight. Every inhale pulls in the morning light. The trees along the avenue are barely awake. The shadows stretch like promises they're about to make. My lungs are engines and the air is fuel. This breathing pattern is my power tool. Sync the breath and sync the beat. Sync the heart and sync the feet. When everything aligns just right, the walk becomes a different kind of flight. Breathe in, breathe in, take it all. Breathe in, standing tall. Every breath is power, every breath is proof that I'm alive and I'm bulletproof. Breathe in the morning, breathe out the doubt. Breathe in, that's what it's all about. 3 blocks in and the rhythm is automatic. My breathing and my walking are perfectly symbiotic. The cool air fills the space of stress left behind. A natural high that no one else can find. My shoulders drop, my jaw unclenched. Every tension that I carry finally drenched in oxygen and morning in the steady pace. I found my power in the breathing space. This is meditation, but my feet don't stop. Every inhale takes me to the top. Not sitting still, but still finding peace. With every breath a quiet release. Breathe in, take it all. Breathe in, standing tall. Every breath is power, every breath is proof that I'm alive and I'm bulletproof. Breathe in the morning, breathe out the doubt. Breathe in, that's what it's all about. I used to think that power meant being loud, meant standing up and screaming at the crowd. But the most powerful thing I ever learned to do is breathing deep and walk it through. 4 counts and hold, for 2 and release. That's the rhythm that gives me peace. Not the kind where nothing moves or grows, but the kind that builds with every breath that flows. So I breathe in courage, breathe out fear. Breathe in the now and the future is clear. The walk keeps going and the breath keeps strong. Breathing is the most powerful song. Breathe in, fill me up. Breathe in, overflow my cup. Every breath is fire, every breath is light. Breathe in the morning, breathe out the night. Breathe in the power, breathe out the pain. Breathe in, quenches my thirst. Walking to the beat of my own drum. My pace, here I come. A runner blows past me like I'm standing still, but I just smile because I know the drill. Her race is hers and mine is mine, and both of us are doing just fine. I used to compare every step I took, measure my walk against everybody's book, but somewhere between my 1 and 2, I realized the only pace that matters is true to who you are and what you need. Not every walk has to be a stampede. Fast doesn't mean better, slow doesn't mean weak. My pace is the language that my body speaks, and today it's saying steady and strong. My pace has been perfect all along. My pace, I set the speed. My pace is all I need. Don't care who's faster, don't care who's first. My pace quenches my thirst. Oh, walking to the beat of my own drum. My pace, here I come. The fitness apps keep telling me to push, but I turn off the notifications and the rush. My body knows exactly what it needs. Not algorithms, not statistics, not speeds. The old man on the corner walks slower than me. He tips his hat and I can see that his pace built 70 years of strength, and mine is building mine at its own length. Comparison is the thief of every stride. My pace is where my power resides. Not in the numbers, not in the race, just in the beautiful rhythm of my pace. My pace, my pace, my pace. I set the speed. Listen, this isn't about being lazy or giving up. This is about knowing when your cup is full and honoring the body that shows up every single morning without backup. My pace carried me through winters and through rain. My pace was there through healing and through pain. My pace doesn't need a trophy or a time. My pace is the most honest thing that's mine. So to every walker who feels too slow, to every person comparing on the go, your pace is a masterpiece. Your pace is art. Your pace is the exact rhythm of your heart. My pace, I'm on the road. My pace, carry my load. Don't care about records, don't care about time. And it feels divine. Walking to the beat that only I can hear. My pace, crystal clear. I say and I'll say it loud. And I'm so proud. My pace, this is the way. My pace, every single day. Every muscle in my body is jumping. The sweat is forming on the back of my neck, and I love every single drip and step, because this is what showing up feels like. This is the feeling at the peak of the height. My shirt is thin and my face is flush, but the energy inside cannot be hushed. They say glow up like it's something you buy, but the real glow is the sweat in my eye, the soft on my skin, the heat in my chest. This is me performing at my best. Sweat and shine, sweat and shine. This body is a masterpiece of mine. Feel the burn, feel the heat, feel the fire inside. Sweat and shine, with nothing left to hide. Sun broke through and hit me like a spotlight, and every beat of sweat became a diamond bright. I'm not in a gym, I'm on the open street, making music with my heartbeat and my feet. A woman jogging smiles as she passes by. She sees the sweat, she knows why. It's the language of the ones who chose to move. Sweat and shine is just another word for groove. No filter needed for this kind of glow. The kind you earn, the kind of show that you were here, that you showed up, that you filled your own morning cup. Sweat and shine, sweat and shine. Every drop is proof that I'm doing fine. Sweat and shine, this body is a masterpiece of mine. choosing for breaking through. So let it pour, let it drip, let it run. Sweat and shine, we are not done. Sweat and shine, every single drop is a battle sign. Sweat and shine, this body is a warrior and it's mine. Feel the burn, feel the power, feel the pride. Sweat and shine, and I'm fully alive. Yeah, yeah. Sweat and shine, from my head to my feet. Sweat and shine on every single street. I'll never stop. Sweat and shine all the way to the top. Halfway home, halfway there. Wind in my lungs and the sun in my hair. Halfway home and I'm feeling proud. Said it's soft, but I'll say it loud. Turned around and the road looks new. Halfway home with this golden view. Yeah. Hit the turnaround point and I stop for a beat. Look back at the distance underneath my feet. Every block behind me is a block I earned. Every corner taken is a lesson learned. The city's fully awake now and I was here first. I watched it yawn and stretch from its overnight thirst. Now the coffee shops are opening and people pour. But I've already walked what most would ignore. The way back always feels a little lighter. The steps come easier and the colors brighter. Maybe it's the endorphins, maybe it's the pride of knowing I already conquered the other side. Halfway home, halfway there. Wind in my lungs and the sun in my hair. Oh, halfway home and I'm feeling proud. Said it's soft, but I'll say it loud. Turned around and the road looks new. Halfway home with this golden view. My playlist shifted to something warm and sweet, matching the rhythm of my homeward feet. I wave at the regulars who know my route. The dog walk of the doorman, the commute ensue. They watch me grow from once a week to every day, and the nights feel like a quiet hooray. The familiar blocks now feel like a hug. Every crack in the sidewalk fits me like a plug. Halfway home means the work is almost done, but not the joy. The joy is just begun. Because of walking home with this much in my chest means the second half might be the best. Halfway home, halfway there. It's something about the walk back home that feels like returning to a throne. Not a royal one, just the chair in my kitchen, where I'll sit with my water in this beautiful condition of being someone who walked out into the dark and came back carrying a spark that'll light up the whole rest of my day. Halfway home and I just wanna say to the morning that gave me everything, thank you for the air, thank you for the sting of cold wind on warm skin and miles on tired feet. Halfway home and my life is complete. Halfway home, halfway there. Halfway home, but I already won. Wind in my lungs and gold in my chest. Halfway home and I gave my best. Turn around and the world applauds. Halfway home, no need for God. Halfway home blocks away, but my feet are saying we don't want to stay. Still we're saying we got more to give. One more block is how I choose to live. The morning gave me everything it had, and I'm not ready to give any of it back. So I pass my door and keep on going. The energy inside me is still flowing. They call it crazy walking past your home, but I call it refusing to end the zone. The extra block, the bonus round, the place where the strongest version is found. One more block, don't you dare let the energy stop. One more block, my heart is a ticking walking clock. The finish line is just a lie. One more block, reach for the sky. One more block, every morning I show up and I rock. The mailman starts his route as I walk past twice. He says you again and I say that's right, because one more block is my morning creed. The place between enough and what I really need. My watch says go complete, but my soul says more. One more block is what I'm living for. The block I don't have to take but choose to own. One more block, the greatest zone I've known. This is the extra credit of my day. The block where the magic lives and stays. Not in the plan, not on the route. One more block beyond a single doubt. One more block. To every person listening on the morning walk, let me be the voice inside your head that talks. You pass the finish line, past the easy stop. One more block and you'll reach your top. Not because you have to, but because you can. Because you're stronger than your original plan. One more block is the difference between good and great. Between I did enough and I can't wait to do it all again tomorrow morning when the alarm goes off and I lace up again. One more block is a promise to myself that the best I have isn't sitting on a shelf. It's out here on the pavement in the morning. Yeah, one more block because I dare. One more block, this energy will never ever stop. One more block, I'm the keeper of my walking clock. The finish line was just the start. One more block, straight from the heart. One more block, from dusk to dawn. One more block and I'll keep going on. One more block and I'll be back tomorrow. More block, no room for sorrow. More block, see you at 5:15. One more block, the best walk I've ever seen.